Hey guys, it's Janique. Let's discuss 62-year-old Stephanie Brinson, who was killed on a conjugal visit, visiting her husband last year. Now, his name was David Brinson. He was convicted murderer. He took lives, four people. He executional style after a robbery, and was serving four consecutive life sentences. So he was never going to see the light of day. She met the man in prison, must have fell in love. I guess she was introducing him to God, prayer and stuff. She was trying to change him. She wanted redemption for him. And I guess ultimately she felt sorry for him. She must have loved him. She was also taking her grandson, which is a couple of years old, to the visit, as I understand, right? And my thing is, you could love someone from a distance, but you shouldn't be marrying someone who is a convicted life taker, a convicted killer, or something like that. That's a dangerous situation to put yourself in. And she was a very beautiful woman, and I think she was very desperate and insecure, maybe, and looking for love, or that believing in God, redemption, or God could save anyone, or stuff like that. Yes, God could save anyone, but they have to go to God. You don't bring them to God, you send them to God. It was very sad that the same man that she was looking out for, I guess sending him money and being there for him while in prison, took her life. And I'm saying, in my opinion, that he took her life based off of jealousy. She was out there living her life. She's a beautiful woman. She can have her freedom. She have family. She have kids. She have a lot going for herself. And he must have been jealous that he would never see the light of day. Just a lot of these men is low-key jealous. Just because you love them, you're caring for them, you cannot change their heart. And that was a dangerous situation that she put herself in. And I pray for her family. But ladies, we got to take accountability for our actions at this point. Because knowing that this man took four lives and he wasn't remorseful for it, it's terrifying. It's literally terrifying. She put herself in a very dangerous situation.
An inmate with such a violent history like this was allowed to have unsupervised visits in the first place.
The most giving, kind-hearted person.
62-year-old Stephanie Dowells was always trying to help others, her mother, Ovita Wilson, says.
I would often tell my sweetheart, you can't save the world.
Dowells was a mother herself.
Yep, that's a true statement, because you might have a good heart, but you cannot save the world. People have to save themselves.
To two sons, grandmother to six. She was a hairstylist and a small business owner in the Los Angeles area, known to her family as Stevie. We spoke to them on Zoom.
Stevie was literally the glue that held the family together,
making her loss all the more difficult.
We were just devastated.
Dowells died during an overnight visit with an inmate at Mule Creek State Prison in Ione just before 3 a.m. last November. Now, 4 months later, the Amador County coroner confirmed her family's fears, finding the death was a homicide. The coroner says she was strangled.
How could they just, let this happen and just don't get it?
Armand Torres says the prison should be held accountable. He says his mom was visiting her husband.
Yes, the prison should be held accountable, but she has to be held accountable. The family has to be held accountable. The family didn't know that she was going to see a convicted, life taker. Come on.
David Brinson there.
They would read the Bible together. He was in school in there, because she was pushing him to try to be this better person.
But Brinson is serving.
Can't make someone a better person. They have to want that. Anybody could read the Bible and pretend. And people have to save themselves. He had nothing to live for. So I'm not surprised he got jealous and took her life. He had nothing to live for.
4 consecutive life terms with a 20-year determinate sentence on top of that, without the possibility of parole, all after his 1993 conviction of 4 murders.
I see the family saying all types of stuff, but the family should have stepped in sooner, talked some sense in her. They should have said something. You can't do something after the fact. The family should have showed more concern, got in her business, because that's a dangerous situation she put herself in. So the fact that the family's coming out after knowing what she was doing, I don't know, man. Y'all should have stepped up when she was alive. Anyway, ladies, we got to make smarter decisions. We can't change people. This is dangerous. These men are jealous and they will take your life. I feel like he was jealous because he had nothing going for himself. He was depending on her. He had nothing to live for, and that's the reason why he did it. His situation was he don't have nothing to live for, right? And I believe that's why he did it. That hate, that danger. Stay away from these wicked people, ladies. You know, you cannot change a man. Anyway, guys, Real Talk New York with Janique. You know what it is, but I changed the channel to only Janique, but Real Talk, guys. Big up yourself. Let me know what you guys think in the comment. Was the jail at fault for this? What do you guys think? Like, share, and subscribe. Later.